Where do I begin? I think it's been a rough week for everyone, and by the time this video comes out, it's gonna be a rough year for a few people. With most of the people living in a world that's like idiocracy, I thought this one is really good. So let's dive into r/no stupid questions.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
Because really, that's all that's there these days. Why do wealthy people like to act poor? I had a childhood friend whose dad was some VP in a large company and he retired in his early 40s. This friend loved to complain about having to make sacrifices. He would complain, "Oh, I can't do that right now. I hate money sometimes." When showing me his huge first house, he kept calling it humble and wishing he could afford more. We were like 22 years old at that point. I was raised by a single mom of 5 kids, so I grew up without luxuries, but we got most of what we needed. Perhaps he was just trying to connect with me, but it always came off as tone deaf. What's your experiences? I don't think he's acting poor. I think he's so deluded that he thinks he's poor and has no idea what poor really is. Let me tell you, most people don't even have houses, and people rent, and I don't mean renting apartments, but renting rooms in the apartments. So I can see how frustrated this Redditor really is.
Welcome to my farm crib. Let's see what's in the fridge. Always gotta have crystal for when Didi's in the house. Yo, Didi! Take that, take that, take that, take that.
Do guys hate saggy oobs? My oobs are so saggy. I heard that oobs get saggy due to aging and breastfeeding and all, but I'm just 20 and never had S. I've also heard that men like perky oobs and saggy oobs are a turnoff. My boos have always been a big insecurity for me and I can't change it. Guys, please be honest. Are saggy oobs a turnoff? And do guys prefer perky over saggy ones? I'm a guy, it doesn't bother me. But then again, I'm not really a chess person. During brain surgery, does the exposed brain get dry? There really is no other way to say this. Does the brain dry out? Should it be moist? Should it be dry? Having a conversation with friends, and one suggested they moisturize the brain with medical goop. Can't find anything on Google about this. Please save our brains. Well, first off, you wouldn't find anything on Google. Those days are gone. I think this would have been an excellent question from my dad. I got a good response though. Neurosurgeon here. If the brain is exposed, and especially working under the operating microscope, the brain tissue runs the risk of getting dried by the heat of the microscope light. We often cover parts of the brain with cottonoid patties that are soaked in normal saline NS or a lactated ringer LR solution to keep it moist. And every once in a while, we just irrigate the brain with some fluid. Wait, so basically they have a spray bottle and spray in that brain like it was a plant? Well then. How quickly does someone die from a gunshot wound? In the movies, someone gets shot in the gut and it instantly keeps over. The only exception I can think of is this guy who got shot and needed water in Unforgiven. What is he really like? But then movie logic, everything in the movie explodes. I think in reality it's not that easy and I think it takes a lot longer. I don't know though. What's a way you like to unwind after a stressful day and why does it help you relax? I like to unwind by taking a long walk in the park. The fresh air, nature, and gentle exercise help clear my mind and reduce stress. It's a simple yet effective way to decompress. How do you like to relax after a busy and stressful day? And why does it work for you? I don't know. A long time ago, long drives used to. Those don't work no more and was long gone. I'd say watching YouTube videos to playing video games. I find Skyrim very relaxing. A response is, I go home, take my shoes and socks off and walk around on the rug barefoot and make fists with my toes. Can people actually close their eyes and picture things instead of just seeing blackness? I can't picture things. I have dreams, yes, but if I was to close my eyes and say, picture my house, nothing would be there, just black. I don't know how to answer that one. I guess the human mind can be very powerful. What political ideology maximizes human suffering? What ideology is the worst from a utilitarian point of view? By far and away, this is capitalism. Capitalism gives way to fascism, where people are literally starved to death, and where this is a practice of colonialism that creates holocaust. We've seen the capitalist system starve their own people to give money away to a colonial project that's committed a holocaust towards the Palestine people, where entire generations are now dead. At the time of this recording, we have now seen the United States fall to fascism, and I have no doubt in my mind that toll is going to be astounding. People always go on about communism, and no one in that circle can hold a candle to Mustache Man or Trump. I don't think people realize it's going to be a heck of a lot more than just 4 years. Elections, midterms, they're both gone. If I was there, I wouldn't even bother following the rule of law. What's the point when a convicted felon gets into office? I would literally do my own thing. Screw the system, especially if that system's fascist. People who have been exclusive with a partner for over 20 years. How often are you as intimate? I think for me it's totally random. I think with kids and everything, it's like you have to find the moment. How/why is it legal for cops to say they have evidence on you when they don't? In interrogation rooms, cops can say they already have evidence that you committed the crime and that they just want to know what your motive or your side of the story is. This, a lot of times, can lead to fake confessions because people start going crazy being stuck in those tiny rooms. The Supreme Court of the United States ruling in Fraser vs. Cupp 1969, law enforcement is allowed to use deception and interrogation so long as they don't break the law. In an interrogation, the cops aren't under oath, so they can see almost anything to get a suspect to confess. Yeah, the same here in Canada too. This is why you never ever talk to cops, no matter what the reason, and get a lawyer. And if you reached the end of this video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and go and check out some of my other videos that I got on the channel. And remember, stay toasty!